Welcome to our him where boyfriend came in me even after I told him I didn't want kids.
I'm F18 and my boyfriend is M19 before me, and my boyfriend started dating. I told him multiple times that I wasn't interested in having kids yet because I am still young. He told me that he agreed and that he was okay with waiting. There were multiple times where he tried to do it without protection and I denied. I had another talk with him about me not wanting kids yet and he agreed and said that he understood and apologized. With this I assumed we both finally had a mutual understanding. But yesterday we were having sex and I had watched him put on the condom. Halfway through I realized he had taken it off and I also noticed that he was about to finish. I told him multiple times to pull out and get off me, and I even tried pushing him off. But he kept going anyway and finished. I left immediately after that and haven't spoken to him since. I am so upset and disgusted at the fact that he clearly heard me yelling and still kept going. I don't think I can even look or speak to him anymore.
8-4 cancelling the entire vacation. When I found out that my stepdaughters deliberately hid my daughter's passport to get her to stay home. I've been married to my wife Beth for 5 years. I have a bio daughter named Jessica, she's 18. And I also have two stepdaughters, named Monica and Leah. They're 25 and 28. Both are single moms and live with us currently. There's been issues about my stepdaughters asking my daughter to babysit the kids. Jessica didn't have a problem with it at first since this is what she does to earn money, but since her stepsisters don't pay her much, she just refused to babysit. We worked this out by having my wife take care of paying for the babysitting. I planned a family vacation for 3 days, and everyone wanted to go. However, both Monica and Leah suggested that Jessica stay home and watch the kids since Beth doesn't want her grandkids to come. They said it's because the kids are used to Jessica, and hiring another babysitter would cause issues. And also said that Jessica isn't too fond of our destination, but it was obvious that Jessica wanted to go. They insisted and Beth offered to pay her double, and there was just a lot of back and forth on this till I demanded they stop bringing it up. We were supposed to go last week, but when everybody had bagged their bags and was time to go, Jessica found out that she didn't have her
passport on her. We searched her bag, then went home and searched there. Beth and my stepdaughters kept insisting that we go back to the airport or else we'd miss our flight. They insisted that Jessica stay at home with the kids. They even told the new babysitter to go home
'cause she was no longer needed. I refused to go and kept searching for the passports till Monica admitted that she helped Leah hide Jessica's passports to get her to stay home with the kids. I was livid. I tried to get her to tell me where it was, but she said Leah had it. Leah denied, so I threatened to cancel the vacation. That's when they gave it back. I decided to actually cancel the vacation and blew up at both of them and berated them. They stayed upstairs for a while, and Beth refused to speak to me and said that I punished my stepdaughters for worrying about their kids and wanting them to stay with someone they know. I got told I overreacted and ruined the trip for everybody. Editing to mention that kicking my stepdaughters out isn't possible, since my wife co-owns the house that we currently live in. 8-4 telling off my mill for insisting my daughter doesn't have a real vagina. My 4.5-year-old daughter has a stomach bug and has been having some diarrhea. My wife needed to take our son to an apt. ND, I needed to WFH today, so my mill came to watch after our daughter. My daughter needed to use the bathroom, and I was going to excuse myself from my online meeting, but my mill said she had it. A bit later, my daughter came up to me and asked me to wipe her. I said to her, "Didn't Grandma help you? She knows how to wipe." But with her having diarrhea, we're helping her. She said yes. But Grandma wiped wrong. She said Grandma wiped in instead of out. We've taught her to wipe out instead of in. I excused myself from my meeting to help wipe my daughter correctly. I went to find my mill in the kitchen. I asked her, "Daughter says you wiped in instead of out." She said, "I wiped her. You think there's a better way?" I told her it's not healthy to wipe into the vagina. You need to wipe out, she said. And you have a vagina? I said no, but I have a daughter. And I won't let her get the kitchen, I asked her. Daughter says you wiped in instead of out, she said. I wiped her. You think there's a better way? I told her it's not healthy to wipe into the vagina. You need to wipe out, she said. And you have a vagina? I said no, but I have a daughter. And I won't let her get an infection by wiping poop into her vagina, she said. Daughter doesn't have a real vagina yet. There's no chance of infecting anything. I said, what? Of course she has a real vagina. She's a female, she said. Girls don't have real vaginas until they're teenagers, and that there's no chance of any infection, because their vagina doesn't actually develop until they're a teenager. I was dumbfounded, and I got angry. I said to her, you're a woman. You raised 3 daughters. I'm married to one. You can't possibly be this stupid. She told me I'm out of line, and said if I can't appreciate her help then she's leaving. I told her I'm perfectly, in fact definitely more capable than her of caring for my daughter, and that she's welcome to get out. She did leave. And about 10 minutes later my wife called me and said her mom was furious with me and said I was terrible to her, and made her leave without any reason. After explaining, my wife is on my side. 8 for defending my daughter's real vagina. 8 for not trying harder to let my ex know our son passed. Sorry for any layout issues. I am on my phone. Also, throwaway as my ex follows my main. Both myself F and my partner M were 28 when I found out I was pregnant. Together 4 years. Personally, I didn't want the child. My work was offering potential advances within my position and I was excited for it. But after a lot of talking, we decided to go forward with it. When I was around 20 weeks just after finding out the gender, he disappeared. I couldn't contact him. He wouldn't answer the phone or messages. I got worried and messaged his mother and found out he was living back with her, and was overwhelmed with the situation. He kept paying his part of the bills over to my bank each month, but I received no contact. I even tried going over, nothing. By about 27 weeks I gave up trying. Gave up crying and just got on with what I thought was a future as a single mother. I brought everything needed over the next couple of weeks and set it all up. At 31 weeks I started having pains, but put it down to Braxton Hicks. Just before 32 weeks my waters went and I went into labor, with the baby coming very quickly. He went straight to an ICU. I messaged and rang my ex and his mother. No response. Less than a week later, my son passed due to complications of early birth. I again tried to contact my ex and his mother. Left voicemails and messages. Nothing. The next few weeks were a blur. But with the help of my mother and father, his funeral was arranged. They tried to contact ex and his mother also. Still nothing. I sent more messages. Nothing. I'm assuming we were probably all blocked, but honestly at that point I didn't care. I was so broken. His funeral came and went. It was beautiful and horrible. I stopped messaging and told my family not to bother after the funeral had passed. I couldn't deal with it anymore. About 5 months after his death, my ex turned up, let himself in. I wasn't at home. But when I got back he was instantly hostile. The flat was clearly not set up for nor accommodating a small child. He demanded to see his son. I broke down and told him what happened. I have never seen him so sad and angry. He stormed out, slamming the door on his way out. Within half an hour, I got a nasty call from his mother, followed by messages from siblings, other family. How dare I not let them know something so serious? How could I hide something like that out of petty spite? I truly didn't. I tried. But I couldn't keep trying. It's been nearly 3 weeks now of them being awful. I was speaking to my sister this weekend, and she said TBF. It was a bit of a dick move to not keep trying. They deserved to know, was it? I tried so hard to let him know, but I was struggling so hard too. I lost my son too. Eta? Should I have done more? Edit. Thank you all so much for your responses. Sorry for not replying to any. Reading them has been a lot, honestly. I'm going to drink a bottle of wine or two, read your kind responses and cry myself to sleep. Writing this all out and living it again has been hard. Unfortunately, I'm not able to change the locks. Landlord said no, but my tenancy ends on the 12th of June. And I already have a new flat to move into. And thankfully, my dad has been able to cover the cost of a private therapist. And I see her again Tuesday. Thank you all so much again for your kind words. Second edit. If I had realized this was going to blow up so much, then I probably would have just posted to my main. If you see this post anyway, Reddit Lewis. Then read it again. Then read the comments. Then just leave me alone.